Our senior Ali Goloko says only 4 questions for a coach who has embarrassingly led this team to lose. We've only won 1 game out of 10, and the coach comes in and there is a scheme for him to answer preferable questions. This is getting serious and embarrassing for the team. There is nothing disappointing about it. The coach calls it a disappointment, but I think people are losing patience back home. Everybody who watches the Black Stars will understand that there is no time for any coach or any player to still survive in this team. Looking at the trend, we cannot say the team will perform better in the next couple of games. You have only 2 games to play, and the coach tells us that we should give him time to build the team. Nobody ever gives time at this point in the tournament. But like I said, whether that's from the communication team or from the CAF team, to allow the coach come here and answer questions that he likes and says they are disappointed. We have 2 games to play. Everybody back home is losing patience. The embarrassment has gotten to the highest point of it, and I'm not sure that we can continue with the state of the Black Stars. You can't even have confidence and hope in this team anymore. Nobody comes to the tournament with the enthusiasm that they follow the Black Stars. You can't hit the streets in any country in Africa and get people to tip the Black Stars as a favorite in their top 15 teams on the continent. And this is what we have continued. Nobody is accepting blame. Nobody is accepting their faults. Everybody seems content with the embarrassing results. And so the coach comes in and says he's still continuing the building of the team. I don't know when Chris Houghton will finish with the work that he's doing for the national team. I don't know when the Ghana Football Association will finish with the rebuilding of the Black Stars, because you cannot come to a tournament, exit embarrassingly at the previous one, and come in again. Why do we have the Black Stars as a team that only loses luck? Why are we the only team that doesn't get luck? Why are we the only team that gets disappointed every day? It is Cape Verde, it is Comoros, it is Guinea-Bissau. Are we the only team that doesn't get luck when we play? Are we the only team that should accept disappointment at the end of every game? I think we are losing patience. I don't know people back home, but everybody is tired of the Black Stars. Journalists here are ranting. I'm not the only person. Everybody is ranting. You cannot even ask questions at the presser. You cannot go to the Black Stars training grounds. Everything is restricted. Everything is behind closed doors. This is a very boring game, a very disappointing result. I don't know how they train. I don't know how they come to the field and restrict journalists. We only got 7 minutes of the team training like 100 meters away yesterday. We saw Nigerian journalists fraternizing with their players last night. You don't go into a game. We have the team security beating people at the training grounds and at the hotel. Everything is restricted, and the result is also embarrassing. We traveled over 45 minutes to go and watch the team train, and we were restricted to 100 meters away from the team. Who does the national team belong to? Journalists cannot even watch their own team in Kumasi. Journalists are being sacked from the national team. The coach cannot answer questions. The Ghana Football Association officials are all running away from questions about this is the first game, and we need to run. We need to make it clear to everybody around the team that Ghanaians will never accept that they come here and return home embarrassingly and still bring back a budget that can restart the entire organization and structure-wise of Ghana football. Everybody should be keen about what is going on. We should be ranting from now. We should not wait for the end of the tournament. The coach cannot have ample time enough to rebuild the team. The GFA cannot have ample time enough. You cannot even question the budget that the team brought here. We have lost our first game, but we do not have time. Patience is running out. Everybody around this team seems to think that the team belongs to some few family and friends and individuals. You cannot go closer to the team for security people to manhandle and attack you around the Black Stars. You go to their training grounds and they sack you. This video was supposed to be done yesterday when we traveled to the team, only to be restricted to 7 minutes of training, 150 meters away from the players. What else do they want us to write and talk about? I don't think that I am the only one angry. There are people who do not have any emotions for the Black Stars. and it gets serious when you have a national team at this point. If you cannot win on the field, you have to win fans away from the field. You don't win on the field, you are sacking your fans, you are sacking journalists, and you're only allowing people that you think belong to the national team. If we come to the training grounds and we cannot ask questions, we cannot see the team train, we cannot see what is hidden, what is so secret about the Black Stars. Is this the performance that is only allowed behind closed doors? Is this the performance that is only allowed, restricted to the media? What kind of secrecy are they shrouding the Black Stars with? What has the Black Stars become? Is it for a few family and friends? I don't care about the game. They are so poor, they are shabby, they are listless, they are spiritless. I don't care about that. I care about the fact that I traveled from Ghana to follow this team and I cannot ask questions. I cannot see the team train. What has become of our Black Stars? The team stays in Ghana to train, and it seems like we have forced them to stay in their own country to train. People are angry because journalists and the public have gone out to say the team should stay in Ghana. It looks like you have been forced to stay in Ghana and they don't like it. Nobody is going to tolerate that sort of nonsense around the Black Stars again. If you cannot win on the field, which you cannot, simply can't, it has become very obvious that you cannot win on the field. You cannot sack journalists from hotels. You cannot sack journalists from training grounds. You cannot keep the team as a secret. The Black Stars belong to the people of Ghana. If we travel from Ghana to come and watch the Black Stars, we are not coming as strangers. You cannot keep people 150 meters away from training grounds, sack us after 7 minutes, and train behind closed doors, restricted, and come and play this embarrassing kind of football. If there is something secret about the Black Stars that we don't know, if there is something that they are hiding, the people of Ghana, who are the custodians of the team, should know. We are not going to wait for the embarrassing exit, and they cannot. Nobody will tolerate that sort of embarrassing exit. We are not the only team that lacks luck. We are not the only team that is only done by hard luck every time. One win out of 10 games in the African Cup can never be tolerated, should never be encouraged. And the GFA should be ashamed. The ministry should be ashamed. And the players should be ashamed, like we all are. Everybody is ashamed. If we are not embarrassed enough, we will never rewrite this. If we are never embarrassed by this, we will never be able to rebuild. Nobody should feel free about what is happening. Nobody should feel okay about what is happening to the Black Stars. We are not going to wait for the next 2 games. If there is anything to be done here in Ivory Coast, they should do it. If somebody needs to walk back home, they should do it. If I'm the one that's supposed to be thrown into the sea, I should be done. It's becoming very serious to follow this national team. Everybody is losing patience. We have become a laughing stock on the continent. Nobody cares about the team anymore. And the people around the team think that the team belongs to them. I don't care about how poor they play, which has become we have become very accustomed to. I don't care about how embarrassing they exit, which we have become very accustomed to. I care about the fact that they are not allowing access to the team. People cannot drive charter cars for 45 to 1 hour to come and watch training, and you gag people from speaking about the Black Stars. You restrict the team so much. The team is not Mossad. The team is not ISIS. The team belongs to the people of Ghana. And it is time that we have to speak about this nauseating sort of trend that's continuing under this particular administration. Keto Kreku should be speaking. This coach in particular and the people around the team looks like they are hiding something from the fans, and the reason why we have to come to training. There are national teams that are allowing media to fraternize with the players, speak to them, know the problems and challenges. They cannot keep restricting journalists and come and play this sort of poor, embarrassing and listless football to the fans back home. Thank you.
A été une réussite et puis on a terminé par une victoire, donc c'était une fête qui s'est bien terminée.
Salomon Kalou, avec ce que vous avez vu, vous pensez que la Côte d'Ivoire a les chances d'aller très loin dans cette compétition?
Bon, pour ma propre expérience, c'est que chaque CAN, chaque match a sa vérité. Le match d'hier ne reflète pas forcément le niveau des éléphants. Je pense que c'est le premier match de la compétition. Donc attendons qu'ils rentrent bien dans la compétition. Le plus important, c'est qu'ils rentrent sans pression. là, ils ont 3 points. Et puis préparer mieux le match contre le Nigeria parce que c'est le match phare du groupe.
Salomon, aujourd'hui tu es maire d'une ville. Donc tu as
C'est mon grand frère qui est maire.
Ton grand frère, mais tu as une compréhension politique du coup.
Oui.
Tu as une compréhension de ce que ça représente pour le pays.
Oui.
Est-ce que tu peux nous en parler, nous dire l'importance de recevoir comme ça toute l'Afrique dans le pays?
Bien sûr, surtout que nous on est un pays, on est un pays qui aime bien accueillir nos frères, nos voisins. Donc voilà, on a une plateforme aujourd'hui pour montrer cela, organiser une Coupe d'Afrique. On sait que ça va ramener du monde de l'extérieur, que ce soit de toute l'Afrique ou du monde entier. Et donc c'est de montrer une image de notre pays, notre beau pays. C'était un pays de l'hospitalité et on a toujours prôné ça et c'est le moment clé, c'est le moment phare de montrer ça aux yeux de tout le monde.
Voilà, Salomon Kalou, vos 5 favoris pour le titre.
La Côte d'Ivoire?
Vos 5 favoris.
Ah, les 5 favoris. Bon, le Sénégal, j'ai un fait pour le Sénégal, c'est sûr. La Côte d'Ivoire, parce que c'est le pays organisateur. L'Égypte, parce qu'ils sont tout le temps favoris. Les 2 autres, je dirais le Maroc pour ce qu'ils ont montré pendant la Coupe du Monde et pour l'équipe qu'ils ont, la cohésion du groupe qu'ils ont. Le dernier, il y a toujours une surprise, donc dans le même chapeau de la surprise, je mettrais le Mali, l'Algérie et puis peut-être le Ghana, parce que le Ghana, ça fait longtemps qu'ils cherchent un sac africain, donc pourquoi pas venir le gagner chez leurs voisins.
Okay, so you spoke about Ghana.
Yes.
You've met them a couple of times in the Afcon, and so many years, over 42 years, they've not won it. Why do you think has been this?
Yeah, but it's unfortunate because if you notice how many times they've been in the final for the past years and losing by penalties, so those are things that you cannot control. So I think Ghana is close to win another one, and if they won it here and their neighborhood, I think that will be an amazing story for them. So that's all the best I can wish to Ghanaian. I think Ghana is the figure of African football, and they deserve to be in the top. So let's hope for them.
For your country, Ivory Coast, they've not hosted the Afcon for such a long time. How different has this been, and do you think they've missed it? Reason why it's been very important, and the fans are cheering their teams up?
Yeah, because for many time now, Ivory Coast wanted to host the Afcon. We didn't have the chance to be part of that, being a player and playing home. It's a lot of pressure, but it's a positive pressure because you're playing in front of your family and friends. I'm happy for the new generation because they get to experience the peak of football, the best of football, African Cup. Playing home ground is a great experience that any footballer in his career can offer him.
Solomon, what memories does this tournament currently bring to you since you are hosting it after a very long time?
Many memories. You know, it was a tough time in 2012 when we lost against Zambia. And then it was a great time when we won in 2015, unfortunately against Ghana. But that's football, you know. African Cup is for all African players, you know. Winning a certain trophy for your country, it's not the same as winning a trophy for your club. You have much more meaning because of what you bring to your own people and what they see you as a figure. Today, every time I go around, people talk about the 2015 Cup because, you know, it was something meaningful for them.
Est-ce que tu as vu